Hello, welcome. My name is Amanda, and we are doing all zodiac signs for the first 2 weeks of December. And we are on, and I hate pronouncing these things, Gemini. So, we are going to, and this is for relationships, so we are going to start with the Love Oracle deck. So what does Gemini got going on the first 2 weeks of December? First 2 weeks of December, Gemini. Ooh, what else do they got going on? Like we want, at least one more card. Kind of get us going in a direction. Come on, one more. What else? Anything else? One more. What does Gemini? Whoa, yep, that one meant. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so, somebody's been very elusive, and, I guess you probably have felt deception, like they've been very dishonest, and it shows that they are craving you, longing for you. They want you. Okay, so let's start with this deck and see what we got. What can it tell us? Whoa, them come out quick. Okay. So we've got the Five of Swords. So there was a conflict with this person. I think you felt like to them, they wanted to be in control. Okay, and what I'm feeling is that you walked away. Like this person, and this is probably where the deception come in and the elusiveness. Like it was, trying to figure out how they was going to win at all costs is what I'm feeling or seeing. And you, put your swords down. I was like, I ain't doing this, and walked away. And the separation, I think that you have been kind of to yourself. Yeah, you've been to yourself a lot, as the outside world, it's going on, and you've been, just kind of meditating, trying to relax, and, you've retreated from this, and you've been in solitude thinking, okay? You're thinking, and you're trying to understand, and I think it's brought you a lot of clarity. You've learned a lot of things. You've got to see a lot of things that's went on. Like, this window here and the Four of Swords. Like, I see you resting, you've retreated. But, like, you have, stepped back, and you've got to see things for what they are. You got to see things probably that wasn't meant for you to see, which has brought you clarity. Okay? Also, I feel that you've been exhausted. Like, this whole situation has exhausted you. It has been such a struggle. Like, we've got the Nine of Wands, which is the, wounded warrior, right? And normally you are such a courageous person, is what I feel. Like, normally you stand you put your boundaries up. Like you're one that tries to take things head on because you've been through so much. Like you've been through so much, and which has caused you to put this wall up, right? And your boundaries, and at the same time, it's caused you to be a very courageous person. But you have had to struggle because of this. Like it has overwhelmed you, and it has exhausted you. It has, like, it's wore you down. And you're learning how to kind of let go because you're so exhausted with it. And I see that also, like, this was very painful. The ending, the way that this is all ended has been very painful for you, right? But it's not only this situation, it's brought up a lot of other past situations. A lot of times that you have felt like you've been stabbed in the back. A lot of times that you have felt, these inner struggles of not being good enough, or these deep emotions and these deep hurts. Like it brought a lot of that back up. And you've had to relive all of that through this. And right now, like I said, you have struggled and it has exhausted you. And right now, like you don't think it can get any worse. Like it's only up from here at this point is the way that you see it. And like the Ten of Swords is, it's endings and beginnings. The 10 is endings and beginnings, right? So it can't get no worse. It's only up, only going to get better. That's the way that you're seeing things right now. Like there's no possible way it could get any worse because of the way that you have felt and what you've had to go through here with this person. Okay, so let's see, what else do we got? Anything? Okay, so we've got Justice and the King of Cups. So I think that you are somebody that's very compassionate, empathetic, very balanced person. And like with the Justice, that's kind of, it's our divine justice. It's like karma. But even though like you are somebody that's very compassionate, very balanced, you're very in control of your emotions, I think you have felt like you've lost control of your emotions, that you've not been in control of them. It has been such a struggle. Okay. Anything? Ooh, what else we got? Yeah. Okay, so you've had to work on yourself a lot, like facing all of these wounds, and you have faced them head on. Like I said, you are a very courageous person. You like to face things. You like to get things done, and you have had to face all of these wounds, all of this pain, and it's helped kind of build yourself, right? And like I said, you're somebody that's very compassionate. So also with that, I think that you are one that tends to give because of being empathetic. And with this person, you maybe overgave because you didn't want them feeling, certain ways. Because, us that are empathetic, we don't like people, we've been through so much that we don't want nobody else feeling like this or like that. And like I said, I see you're someone that has had a lot of stabs in the back, right? A lot of wounds, a lot of hurts. And you didn't want, you don't want no one else to feel these, to feel like you've had to feel, to overcome the things that you've had to overcome, right? But in this situation, it's, you know, it's caused you to have to reflect on this. It's caused all these wounds to come up, and it's brought you clarity, and it's helped you to heal these wounds. Okay, so like I think too that this is somebody that you know, kind of was missing them, right? The longing. Okay. You know, was longing for them, missing them, very nostalgic for them. But during all this healing, you have become to where you're not living in the past anymore. You know, you forgive, but you're moving forward. You're, you know, like I said, you're done. You've walked away, you've healed yourself, and you are moving forward. You are, you know, looking up at the sun, and just, you're looking for brighter days. Okay, let's see what else we got. Any more that's wanting to come out? And we'll put these up here. Oh, come on. I feel like there's one more. Oh, okay. Okay, so I see you as someone that has new ideals, like, but you're holding back right now. There's a lot of hesitation, because you fear change. There's a lot of indecisiveness going on right now. Okay, but I also feel that this person, after you have moved forward, they are seeing, you know, what they've lost, right? So they're curious. I think that they probably check your social medias or ask people about you. And they are feeling like they have made bad choices, right? They feel like the decisions that they made that has led to this was wrong. And they are in full regret. I'm also showing, though, and Spirit is saying, okay, like these new ideals and this curiosity and like, and the clarity that you've got and the directions that you're wanting to go in, you know, to move forward, to stop holding back. Okay, like the Fool is all about taking that leap of faith, right? Blind faith. You know, you got your bag packed, we're ready to go. Okay, you've got your bag packed, and you're wanting to go, right? But you're scared, because we fear change. We fear the unknown, right? We fear making the wrong decisions. And you're hesitating. Don't hesitate. Okay, this is the time to be fearless. This is the time you've got so much strength. You're such a strong person. This is the time to go ahead and, you know, use that inner strength, that courage that you have, because you're a courageous person. Like I said, you take things head on. Use that and go. Take that leap of faith, right? And the wonderful thing is, you know, take that leap of faith, go off in that direction. Okay, if it don't lead to where you feel like it's leading, stop. We can always stop. And, you know, we can be like, okay, well, maybe I need to do this. But that didn't work out like I thought it was going to work out, so let me do this. Okay, that's how we learn, right? Whenever we make these decisions to go off in this direction or to go with this ideal, if it doesn't benefit us, if it's not for our better good, then we know, hey, okay, I need to stop and I need to change something, and okay, I need to maybe try doing this way, or try doing it that way, you know. Oh, okay. But I also, like I said, this person feels like they've made bad choices. And they're seeing, like, the wrong that they've done. Okay. So, I am seeing them. No, actually. Yeah, okay. And like I said, okay, these bad choices, and which Spirit's telling you to take off in the direction that you're wanting to go in. Find that, strength, head off. You are a gorgeous person, right? Like, once again, courageous, you're confident. You've got this independence, joy, and just you're beautiful, right? I also feel that you may be a little witchy. Some black cat energy. And even though all this pain and this self-healing, it's just brought you that much more into your confidence, into this self-confidence and knowing your self-worth. And like and it's all because of, and I believe it was just fear of commitment that this person had, right? This imbalance. And the suffering that you had to do. But the suffering, you've alchemized it, right? I don't know what I'm saying right. I've been saying right a lot this evening. You have alchemized it and turned that suffering into the self-confidence. You've turned it into, this negative into positive. So, and that's for like this first 2 weeks, is for you to be fearless, okay? Also, though, we are going to look at this deck because I want to know about this person. Like, are they wanting, like, or going to try to come back? Like, what else is going on other than them realizing their bad choices? Like, they made wrong decisions. And, them seeing, like, what else are they feeling? What are they wanting to do? What is this person, the viewer's person that's on their mind, what are they feeling about the viewer? What is their feelings? Okay, so I think they've been stalling. They've been suffering and avoiding. I also think, though, that they have been, looking, reflecting, like I said, on their decisions, and they're wanting to see how they can come back in. If it's even possible for them to come back in. Okay, what else do we got? They're wanting to come offer you their cup. And they're longing for you. So what is this person? How are they feeling? Woo. Okay. They feel like you're home. Okay. They want to romance you. They want marriage. I see them. They want to celebrate with you. They feel like you are home. They want to marry you. They feel like they can't get no better. That there ain't no better. Okay, I feel that, they have suffered in this separation. They have broke their own heart. I think that they was, scared of heartbreak. They was scared of suffering. They felt so much with you that it scared them, and they was scared of having their heart broke, and they broke their own heart by doing what they've done. Yeah. But Okay, these toxic patterns, what was holding them back, the beliefs of, you know, probably that they wasn't good enough, that you was going to leave them, all of that toxic behavior, they've had to work through it. They've, you know, released it. They've got through it. Yeah, they have released, like, all of these doubts, these uncontrolled thoughts. They've been trapped in their mind. So they have released it, and, like, there was a lot of inner and possibly outer conflict from other individuals, like third parties, which can be family, friends, exes. You know, we got the Five of Wands there, but they are past that. They've let all that go. And they desire you. Oh, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Okay, great. Thanks. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. They, as well, they don't think that you're going to forgive them, right? And they are having to, like, I think this is someone that has always kind of looked for logic. Now they're having to face a lot of hard truths. And like I said, they've broke their own heart. This is because of them being at, you know, avoidance, at like a stalemate, and stalling, and not wanting to make decisions. You know, they've not wanted to make decisions because they've not wanted to lose you, but at the same time, they've been so scared, and it's caused them to suffer so much. Like, it's caused you to suffer, and I think they're seeing that now, but it's also caused them suffering. Okay, I'm seeing, oh yeah. To them, you know, you've been that only choice, right? They've daydreamed about you. They have fantasies about you. I feel too, though, like I said, the Five of Wands, third parties. So they've let third parties into this situation, trying to move on. Okay, they have tried, and they can't move on. And that these other parties are no longer a temptation, because they know that they can't have no better. And they desire you. They're longing for you. Now, this imbalance, I think that there's been a lot of scattered energy, inner chaos, and they're trying to balance themselves. Like, I think you've come to some inner peace and have balanced yourself, and they are trying to really, really hard. Like, but they are hurting and suffering so bad that they're at this point that they're giving up. You know, they at one point, I think, seen like this perfect future with you, and like I said, they want to marry you. They see you as home, and now they're having to look, and they're disgusted with themselves. Like, they are looking, and they are so disgusted with what they've done. Wow. Like, they can't believe the things that they've done. Like, they're looking, and they're looking back at everything that they should have done, everything how it should have went, how, you know, seeds should have been planted so that everything could bloom into this beautiful relationship. And they're seeing that they didn't do any of that, and they are so disgusted, which has brought them a lot of clarity, right? There's our Justice card, divine justice. You know, this is them having to take accountability for the things that they've done, and seeing what they've not done, and that, you know, they're scared of losing you. Like, they are terrified of losing you. And right now they're in such a very unpredictable energy. Like, you may end up hearing from this person in this first 2 weeks, and like they are going to be very unpredictable, like, and I think you can see it. Like they're going to have a disregard for consequences, because I think that it's going to be them trying to, what I see is them trying to come in however they've got to. Very ambitious, but like they're going to try to be very crafty with it. But like I said, it's going to be very unpredictable. Like, they're going to get this notion that they've got to do it now. Instead of them, like, this clarity and all this has hit them, and they've realized, I guess, that the only person they was lying to was themselves. Okay? So the only person that, which they know they've hurt you, but, like, they've hurt themselves trying not to hurt themselves. And now they feel like they have lost you, and they can't lose you. So they're going to come back in these first 2 weeks, and it's going to be very just out of the blue. Like, I don't think you're going to see it coming. Hell, honestly, I don't think they're going to see it coming. Like, they ain't going to know that they're doing it until they do it. Like, it's going to be that kind of impulsive, out of the blue, unpredictable energy is what I'm seeing, is what I'm feeling. Like, it's just going to be, like, bam. Like, yeah. So, it's going to be a surprise. Like, I think it's going to take you by surprise. Like, you're going to be just like, whoa, like, what? Like, what just happened? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, like, somebody being like, what the F and F? Like, oh my, like, did that just really happen? Did they just... It's going to be that kind of unpredictable, surprising. So that has got you for the first 2 weeks of December. I hope this finds you well. And I hope it brings some clarity. Yeah. And until the next one, I will see you later.